Man, what's up, everybody? This is Life.
What it do, y'all? It's your boy Swallow.
And this is Adrian.
And this is Just Do the Damn Thing podcast. The product of the week, which is our classic OMG purple women's leggings. They're originally $41.99, but we took $5 off, so it's going to be $36.99. So go ahead and go to www.theomgbrand.com, click on clothing, and just do the damn thing. Where are we going on, Suelo?
Let's do it. All right, guys. So thank you for tapping back in with us for another week of Just Do the Damn Thing live. Okay, so today's episode, we found this this interesting quiz from positiveintelligence.com. We're not getting paid by them or anything. Just want to give them a shout out because it was a very good quiz. This quiz in particular was about your saboteurs, like what characteristics and aspects of yourself are sabotaging you in your everyday life. So this quiz is like you analyze yourself. It's about 50 questions or so, right? Mm-hmm. And then it gives you your results, and you just go through your top things that are sabotaging yourself every single day that's holding you back from living a more just complete life. And we're going to talk about our results, what our top 2 saboteurs are, and then also talk about a little bit of what we are going to do to overcome those things.
Do you want to read the definition of saboteurs?
Oh, saboteurs? Yeah, sure. Okay, so to explain to you guys what a saboteur is, a saboteur are the voices in your head that generate negative emotions in the way you handle life's everyday challenges. They represent automated patterns in your mind for how to think, feel, and respond. They cause all your stress, anxiety, self-doubt, frustration, restlessness, and unhappiness. They sabotage your performance, well-being, and relationships. So it's the voices in your head that are holding you back, basically. And if we don't know what's holding us back, then how can we ever overcome it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So we want to take it head on, and we'll start off with Adrian. What was your number 2 saboteur?
My number 2 saboteur?
Yes.
Is pleaser.
Okay.
And
what does that mean?
Okay, so I'm going to go to it. I'm going to go to it this way. So a pleaser, it indirectly tries to gain acceptance and affection by helping, pleasing, rescuing, or flattering others. Loses sight of own needs and becomes resentful as a result. So I was going to look at the characteristics for some reason. Oh, so I got to go here. So some of the characteristics, has a strong need to be liked by people and attempts to earn it by helping. Needs frequent reassurance by others about their acceptance and affection. Can't express own needs openly, and that's definitely me. Does so indirectly by having people feel obligated to reciprocate care. So that's some of the characteristics of a pleaser. So I got a 6 point.
And these are out of 10.
Yeah. So I got
10 is high, of course, and 1 is the lowest.
Yeah. So I got a 6.3 on pleaser. What did you?
Okay, and then pleaser, I got a 1.3.
Oh,
that was my lowest one.
You don't try to please nobody. Like F all y'all. I'm just kidding.
And for me, that's my highest one. So I got a 10 on pleaser. So.
And Joe will talk about it more when it's his turn.
Yeah.
But so what are some characteristics, or did you read those off already?
Yeah, I read the characteristics. Out of the ones that I read, I don't feel like I have a strong need to be liked by people, but I do attempt to have people like me by helping. Like, I like to help. And I can see that being something that I do is like help people, hoping that will make them like me more.
Right.
But I don't know if I necessarily, now that I'm getting older, it definitely was a characteristic of mine when I was younger. I don't care as much as I used to. But needs frequent reassurance by others about their acceptance and affection. That's not really me as much either. But can't express own needs openly is definitely me. And that's probably where the 6 came from. Because I was just saying this the other day, like I can't be honest with people about what I want and what I need and how I feel.
So you cannot be honest?
No, I have. If it's awkward,
right?
You know what I mean? Like you go to a restaurant and say, "I want this." You know what I mean? It's like not a big deal. But like to say, "I don't like the way you treated me," or "I don't like what you did that time," or whatever, or "I don't want to do this anymore." We actually just recently had that happen where me and Joe. Well, I had a situation where I was helping someone and I didn't want to help that person anymore.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know how to say
And it's
it.
hard to break it off.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll just text it because I can't. That's just, and he'll tell you I can't. And he's like, you need to be more honest and stand up for yourself. And I'm just not that person because I can't express my own needs.
Okay.
I don't feel people are obligated to reciprocate care, but I think the 6 is because I can't express my own needs and openly and directly. I can't.
And there was something in there, I think, when you're reading it off, is that they please others, and then while doing that, they sacrifice their own happiness.
Oh, that's me too.
That's
okay,
definitely
because there's nothing wrong with like helping people, you know what I mean? But you never want to suffer as a
this same
result
situation
of it,
we were just talking about. Like I was getting to the point where I was like, I feel like I'm doing way too much. Like I felt like I was paying for it for not spending time with my daughter. Like because I'm working like 5 days a week, and then I've been doing Saturday school, so that's the 6th day. And then after Saturday school, I was going to go help that person. So then it was like I'd have then they were here on Sunday. So I'm like, when am I spending time with my daughter? Just at night during the week when I'm tired, and then some of a Saturday. And so I had to cut some things out, but I'm that person. Like I'll just do it to help because I want to help, but I'm just like I'm drained. So. See, I was like, he'll tell you because he gets on me about it all the time. You need to take time for yourself. And I'm just like, but they need me, you know?
The funny thing, she said that because, like, I do tell her that, but then I'm worse than her at it. So,
that's funny. Yeah.
All right. Well, what about you? What's your number 2?
My number 2, my second highest, I guess you could say, is hyper-rational. And just to read it off for you guys, hyper-rational is someone who's intense and exclusive focus on the rational processing of everything, including relationships, can be perceived as cold, distant, and intellectually arrogant.
It's just on here. It's cold and distant. Oh, snap.
Not with her, not with my wife. We're actually very close and intimate. You know what I'm saying? But some people, I guess I could say that I come off as cold because I'm the type of person where, like, if you're doing something that, like, I don't agree with, like, I don't mind just cutting ties, just turning around and just end the relationship right then and there. Like, I'm just that kind of person just because I feel like I got a lot of things to do in my life. What did 50 Cent say? I got a lot of living to do before I die, and I ain't got time to waste. So that's like the theme song to my life. That's it right there for me. So
Gotcha.
I could see how I come off cold and distant to people and intellectually arrogant. Actually, my brother kind of brought this up to me yesterday. Actually, just trying to say that like I believe that people need to be handheld to the truth and like kind of like a know-it-all kind of thing.
That's intellectually arrogant.
Yeah, I guess so, right? But like, I don't see it as that way. You know what I mean?
Of course not.
Like, I'm trying to like help. I'm trying to like give you some knowledge.
I don't think anybody sees these as sabotage.
Right?
I don't see helping people, you know, because I'm like, I'll be fine.
Exactly.
I'll rest someday. I don't see that as sabotage.
Exactly. But you ultimately are. You know what I mean? Apparently, like this is affecting some of my relationships. You know what I mean? Just being cold, distant, and things like that.
I can see that though, because people might not want to talk to you because they feel like you're just gonna make them feel dumb about what they say.
Yeah, which I don't. You know what I mean? I don't want to make
not your
people feel
intention.
that way.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean? Like I want to like have the dialogue, the conversation.
See, and the reason why I probably don't feel that way with you is because this is also one of my higher ones on the list.
Oh, is
so
it?
it's like
Maybe it's
we
a guy
think
thing.
similar. We think similar.
Maybe it's a guy thing. Makes me wonder because it's. Oh, what was your score?
Oh yeah, so my score for hyper rational was 8.1.
Mine's 7.5.
7.4. See that's pretty high. What was it on
Mine
yours?
was 3.1.
3.1. Okay, yeah. So it might be a guy thing. You know what I mean? It might. Yeah.
You want to read the characteristics?
I'll read some characteristics that I feel like apply to me. Private and don't let many people into my deeper feelings. Which I don't. I even have like friends like say like, oh well, that's how he is. Like he's exclusive. Like he doesn't like share a lot. You know what I mean? So that one for sure. When I'm like creating content, I can lose track of time due to my intense concentration. And mostly show feelings through passion and ideas, which you know is our music. Like I'm an artist, and like that's where I show my feelings and my passion. Like I'll break down.
It's
like,
easier to write it down.
Yeah, I'll break down crying as I'm writing a song. You know what I mean? But you won't see me break down crying in front of you in person. You know what I mean? So like that's how I show my my emotions and my feelings. And then thoughts, this that I agree with a lot is the thoughts of a hyper rational person is the rational mind is where it is at, you know, and that's true to me. It applies to me. I try to use my common sense, my logic, what's most rational in every situation about everything, you know, and sometimes it's not always about that, you know what I mean? And I'm learning that. So I will say that, like, I try to find a balance, you know what I mean? Try to find like the human aspect and the feelings and the emotions of people, rather than just like, this is stupid, it doesn't make sense, why are you doing this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So, yeah, like I guess how to overcome this
You don't have a high liking for skepticism and debate?
Does it say it on there?
That was under characteristics.
Oh, under characteristics, high penchant for skeptic. What does that mean? High penchant.
Penchant means like a strong liking or fondness towards, like a habitual liking.
So I like
you
skepticism?
like skepticism and you like it a lot.
Skepticism. I took that as criticism, but skepticism for sure. Yeah. I'm skeptic about everything. You know what I mean? Like, I never take anything for face value. I always try to do the research behind it, what's really going on, and I'm open to have debate about it all day.
That's why I asked, because I was like, that's you, and you didn't read that one.
I guess I just looked over that one. Yeah, but for sure, I'm definitely a skeptic.
And you like debate.
Yeah, and I do like debate, but I try to hold myself back because, like I said, it's having this thing going on with my brother, and it was like, you don't want to get to a point to where like it sours a relationship. You know what I mean? Something close like that.
Yeah, second to last bullet is you too. I don't know if you read
thoughts.
That one.
What I most value is knowledge, understanding, and insight. Yeah, I would say so for sure. Yeah, so like I said,
this is Suelo.
Yeah, right. No, yeah, because like I said, like that's what I'm after for is the knowledge, understanding, rational, what makes sense.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's definitely me, hyper rational. Joe, what is your second highest saboteur?
So my second highest is avoider.
Okay.
So avoider is focusing on the positive and pleasant in an extreme way, avoiding difficult and unpleasant tasks and conflicts.
That's definitely him.
Yeah, and I got an 8.8 on that.
I got a 3.1 on that.
Yeah.
That
was my second lowest.
Yeah.
It was actually my highest.
Avoider?
But not as high as his score.
Yeah,
Which is funny.
that's the funny thing. Hers is like 6 point something.
6.9.
Yeah. Okay.
And I see that in myself definitely because I hate conflict so much. That's why whenever we first started dating, I told her the thing that I hated the most is when we argue because I can't come to terms with an argument. I can't. I hate when people.
Arguing sucks, especially with your partner.
Yeah, but it's the worst with everybody. It doesn't matter who it is to me. Okay. I avoid all conflict all times. If someone tries to ask me something, or even if it's simple, like, "Hey, can you give me a ride somewhere?" I'm like,
situation. I didn't get paid last week. I'm doing bad right now.
Man, exactly. It's just I'm trying to avoid at all costs a difficult situation and trying to make it seem like I'm not the bad guy or I'm not. I'm trying because I'm always trying to be positive. Like that's just me. So it's kind of hard to be in unpleasant situations. But some of the characteristics would be avoids conflict and says yes to things on one wouldn't want. So yes, I like even though I may not actually want to do it.
That's definitely sabotaging yourself,
yes,
right?
I know.
Because you don't want it, but you say yes.
But
anyway.
I say yes anyway, even though I'm like in the back. I really don't want to do this crap right now. But, but then I just end up doing it anyway. Downplays importance of real problems and tries to deflect others. Has difficulty saying no. This is the same thing. Resists others through passive aggressive means rather than directly. So like,
that's what you're talking about.
We're both that way. Where you know, saying that's the same thing I just said. Like when someone says, "Can I get a ride?" I'm like, you know, the last time, I was just trying to, give you a ride because I had the means to, but today I'm kind of busy, and I don't know. And so even though, and then loses self in comforting routines and habits, procrastinates on unpleasant tasks. So if I don't want to,
you talk about procrastinating all the time. And you like I've actively said that this is something that I'm working on.
Exactly, and I'm still working on it to this day, and I've gotten a little bit better, but when it comes to things that I don't want to do, I'm like,
we have this
I'm
argument
gonna
about cleaning all the time. I'm gonna do it on Wednesday. It's like Sunday. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
why not
Wednesday?
now?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, and I'm again working on that. It's just one of those things. It's like it's hard, but
I'm like, I just want to get it done to get it over with. I'm not trying to wait till Wednesday.
But then on the opposite spectrum, like you said, one of my highest is also one of yours, which is the hyper-rational situation where I immerse myself in something I do like.
Yeah,
so
you
if
get,
I'm
like,
writing
super
music, I'm just
concentrated.
like zoned in. Don't talk to me because I can't hear nothing you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm focused. But yeah, this is definitely me when it comes to the characteristics. I guess I'll read a couple thoughts. This is just too unpleasant. Maybe if I let it go, it will take care of itself. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's
that's
what
so.
me at all. That's what
Yeah, exactly. So like pretty much like if someone, if I'm in a certain situation with somebody, again, I'll just run away from the situation and come back like nothing ever happened.
Oh.
So
okay.
like, you know, just, you know, it fixes itself. It's fine. You know,
It's
all good.
good now.
It's all good. If I deal with this now, I will hurt her feelings. I'd rather not. So trying not to say actually how I really feel to someone because I feel like if I do that, it will just destroy the relationship that I have with somebody.
So you just kind of like, kind of like a
I
so-so
try to make up
kind
a
of thing.
situation.
We talk about this a lot because I try to get him to like say how he really feels about stuff. I'm like, I don't know how you feel because you never say nothing. Like, because every once in a while, I'll tell him, like, I try to be more honest and say, with me trying to work on my saboteur of avoider, try to tell him when things hurt my feelings or when I'm upset about something before it gets too big. But he won't ever tell me anything. And I'm like, I know I'm not perfect. I know I'll do something that bugs you, but he just won't say anything. And so, yeah, I can definitely speak that that is one of his.
Okay.
Shout
out, just real quick, shout out to my boy Alvin McNeil. I just saw him watching right now. He actually goes live on Twitch all the time with gaming, called Awesome Black Gaming. So if you guys want to, go check him out. He's dope. Thank you for watching, man.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
All right, so which one do you want to go to now?
You want to go ahead and do your top? Actually, no. Let's snake back to it. So, Joe. So then, what's your number one?
So my number one is actually
Saboteur.
what she said earlier, which is pleaser. I think that's her number two. I got a 10
You got
on
a 10
that.
on that. I got a 10 on my top one, but it's not pleaser.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go over pleaser again?
So I'll go over.
He didn't really say it.
So I'll go over it a little bit. Again, I'll read what it says. Indirectly tries to gain acceptance and affection by helping, pleasing, rescuing, or flattering others, loses sight of own needs and becomes resentful as a result.
See, that's what I don't want to do is become resentful, like helping people, but then like being resentful of it. Because if that's the case, then why help them at all? You know what I mean?
So the thing for me is like when I help somebody so much and I never get anything in return, it's like, damn, do you not see nothing that I'm doing for you?
Right.
And I think that more comes into play when I'm at certain jobs. So, you know, and my love language is words of affirmation. So if I don't get even, hey, you're doing a good job, it's like, that's all I ask for. I don't care if you do something for me.
Same, yeah.
But just say that, you know, you see what I'm doing. So that's when it becomes resentful, because it's like you don't see me at all.
Right.
So,
okay, I see. I see.
As a result. And then...
you can read the thoughts because I didn't read that.
I'll read the thoughts on this one because she didn't read the thoughts. So, to be a good person, I should put the needs of others ahead of my own.
That's me.
And that is both. That is both of us.
Yeah.
We do that a lot. And again, it comes down to...
Which is probably why we have a hard time telling each other not to do stuff. Like, I'll be like, should I do it? And he'll be like, if you want to, or if you think you should. And I'm like, I want him to step in and be like, no, like,
no,
you need to take time for yourself.
Yeah.
Same thing the other way around. Like, because we both struggle with that, we can't tell each other not to do it.
Obviously I have a peaking point. So sometimes when she does do something where I'm just like, just stop. Just no.
Right. Of course,
but other times I'm like, you know, just go for it. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah. I definitely put my other people's needs over.
I guess I'm just selfish because I don't put nobody ahead of me.
Yeah.
Except my wife. My wife will tell you that.
That's probably where the 3 comes in for your wife, right?
That's the only one for my wife, honestly.
it bothers me when people don't notice or care about what I have done for them, which is what I said earlier.
Yeah, that's what you just said.
I
Yeah.
And that's
said
not
that.
one of the ones I have. Like, I mean, I think that's why I got a 6 because that's not me. I'm
Yeah,
not on that.
because that's not your love language. Your love language
I don't care.
is not that at all.
Okay.
They can be selfish and ungrateful. That
Saying
I
that
don't
other
s-
people can.
Don't say other people are selfish.
can.
Yeah,
oh,
okay, see that.
You're because it's a thought. So
Yeah,
you're
it's a
saying
thought.
they
What
can
you're
be
thinking.
selfish and ungrateful.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was exactly what I said. They're ungrateful. I give away too much and don't think of myself enough. I think about that all the time.
That's me.
Because I'm like, why am I doing all I do all of these creating things and doing designs and doing all this stuff, but then I'm like, what did I do for OMG today? And I see
Or
that
us.
or anything like, what am I doing for myself today? Because people may say that I'm doing it for myself, but I'm actually never doing it for myself.
Right.
Because I get pleasure for doing things for other people. So the things that I think about doing are a rational decision that will impact the person I'm thinking about.
Okay, I see.
So like if I'm doing OMG, I'm thinking about her, not only me. I'm thinking about my daughter because how big it can grow to how much money I can get, I can pass it down to her.
Right.
So I'm thinking of all the future things and rationalizing why I should be doing this. And it just so happens that I like doing it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
so
I
it's not that I'm actually thinking of myself. I'm actually thinking of other people while I'm doing those things.
Yeah.
Same with everything I do when it comes to learning about stock market stuff, everything. I just think of other people while I'm doing it. And then I'm like, what did I do for myself? Did I skate today? And like, I'll take a whole month and a half without skateboarding. And that's the thing I love the most.
Right, because you're doing things for other people, so you don't make time for
often
yourself.
I don't make time for what I actually want to do.
Right.
The thing I actually want to do all the time is skateboard.
Yeah.
But I barely ever do that now.
Right.
But yeah, same thing. Thoughts. I give away too. Well, I already said that. I can make anyone like me.
That's Joe.
And that's one of those
That
things
is
where
true.
I'm a big flatter person, so I'm always going to say, but then I actually mean it though. So
Right.
so I actually feel that way, like, you know, oh man, you're awesome, you're doing this, you know, always a big smile on, trying to comfort people and all that kind of stuff, and I actually doing it genuinely because I feel like it says, I do everything for other people, so I'm trying to do that for them to uprise them, and then I guess in turn it makes people like me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people do like you though.
Yeah,
so.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Your last one?
And
That
then the last thought is, if I don't rescue people, who will?
That's definitely Joe.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
What does
complex.
that mean?
I will tell you right now. I have very low trust in people's ability to help others. So if I don't help somebody, or if I don't help people, I don't feel like there's enough people that think like me, is what it is. I don't think there's enough people that actually feel like they should help people at all times. So it's like, all these people
put that
say,
weight on himself
I
to
put
say,
that
if I
weight on
don't do
myself.
it,
If
it's
I
not gonna
don't
get
do
done.
it, who's going to do it? So I'm just putting everybody's emotions, everybody's things on myself, and not really realizing that I probably shouldn't do it.
He wants to be the
Probably
savior,
shouldn't do that.
not the savior in that sense, but like Superman of the world kind of.
Yeah,
Like, I can
exactly.
save everybody.
Exactly. Even though in the back of my head I know I can't save everybody.
Yeah, I know.
I still try it
He'll
anyway.
go down trying if he has to.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you can only help who you can help. You know? Like
Exactly.
everybody wants to like change the world, but the best way to change the world is to change those people around you.
Help the
or whatever.
individuals
help
that you
those
can.
around your family, like your close friends. If it's a group of 5, 10 people, like that's enough. You know what I mean? Like you're doing God's work in that alone.
Exactly.
You don't have to be helping a billion people.
Exactly, which, you know, I've come to terms with that now, but it took me a long time to do that because I still feel like that sometimes, but other times it's like, you know, this person I've tried to help.
Right.
I just need to bounce out. Like because there's nothing else I can do.
Yeah,
so
straight up.
I figured that out, but before, nah. I
Trying
just
to
try to help everybody.
everyone, and anyone. Yep. So I guess we'll go ahead and hop into my top saboteur, according to positiveintelligence.com, is stickler. Let me read the definition of stickler. Perfectionism and a need for order and organization taken too far. But can it ever go too far though?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
No, yeah. So that's definitely me's perfectionism. and a need for order and organization. Like I tell my wife all the time, have this little saying, I was like, the key to happiness is routine. So like my life is basically just a routine from when I wake up in the morning, what I do every day when I wake up, how I get dressed, when I go to work, how I eat my lunch. Like I literally have a certain way
She
that
said,
I
"Oh my
like.
God, yes."
Yes. Yeah, that's me. Yes, my wife is
funny.
saying yes. Yeah, perfectionism for my routine. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so like even to the way that I eat, I have to take a bite of this, then a bite of that, then a bite of this, and I'll like go in like in a routine, like in a circle. Like everything has to have order for me.
So you have severe OCD.
Yeah, no, it's not severe though. It's not like I have to like turn the doorknob 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Lock
You
it
have to
3
wash your
times,
hands
Yeah,
4,
wash
5.
my hands 5 times before I can eat. Like no, I like. At times I do get scared. I'm like, but I check myself. You know what I mean? I take some deep breaths and I ground myself again. But I am definitely a perfectionist. I try not to be because I know that nothing is perfect.
It's never gonna be,
and it's never gonna be.
But I get it, because I mean, it's not nowhere near your score, which was
my score for Stickler was 10. What was yours?
5.
5. What was yours, Joe, for Stickler?
5.6.
5.6.
Which is
you guys are
weird
about the
because,
same.
well, I guess he has his. We both said we both have our areas, but like when it comes like to the house, that's me. Like I'm like the home edit again. If you haven't watched it, I have clear containers with stuff organized
Right,
in the
labeled
bathroom and all
everything.
that. I don't have labels. I need to get labels.
Oh, okay.
But the pantry, everything's in a certain container and organized on a certain shelf a certain way. But I think where mine's is different is because I don't have that with my daily life routine as much.
Okay.
I do with like my getting dressed in the morning. Like I do it in a certain order, but just so I can remember because my memory is terrible. But other than that, like I don't go to bed at the same time every day and wake up at the same time every day.
Right.
Eat the same thing or whatever. Like
I do.
that kind of stuff. I'm more like the world around me needs to be organized, but
Okay.
I myself might be a mess. If
Right.
that makes any
I feel a
sense.
little unorganized.
You go to my classroom, people be saying all the time, like, "Oh, your classroom's organized." I'm like, yeah, but in my
like
head,
as
I
it
have
should be.
my head is like 500 million things all over the place, unorganized.
And I think it says that in here that you like try to find peace and order and organization around you.
Yeah, that's me.
You know what I mean? Because internally you might have a lot of things going on.
Yes,
So I could say that's definitely me. You know what I mean? Like my mind will start racing and everything. And I guess I find peace and comfort in seeing stuff around me being organized and in good order.
Yeah.
So let me read off a couple of characteristics of a stickler for you guys. Punctual, methodical, perfectionist. That is me to a T. I gotta be on time, if not like early.
Facts.
Methodical, everything is routine. Perfectionist, I try to do everything perfect that I can. Can be irritable, tense, opinionated, sarcastic.
I'm sarcastic.
I'm working on sarcastic like a lot. I've gotten so much better at
so
sarcastic.
sarcastic.
No, I hate being sarcastic.
Really?
Like I hate it.
I do
so
too
bad.
sometimes, man.
I tell people
I
I
hate it
speak
so
English
much.
and sarcasm.
I get it from my dad though. My dad is stupid sarcastic.
But your dad seems really nice.
He is, but
yeah.
if
You're
you really,
sarcastic in like a condescending way, is what you're
Yeah,
trying to say.
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Sarcastic in a condescending way.
I'm
I
in a
used to be
jokeful
like
way.
that, and I hate it. So I'm working on it so much, and when I see it like in other people, like I'm like I need to work on that for myself.
yeah.
Opinionated for sure. I get into debates with people all the time for different things. Highly critical of self and others, I would say for sure.
That's not me.
I hold myself to a very high standard for everything I do. That's why everything that I do, I try to do it to my best. What is that? What did I say? Yes, that
I'm not
sarcasm. I
crazy.
tell you all the time, I'm not crazy. Oh no, so she's always saying that with my tone, like the way I talk to people, is that it comes across like condescending kind of way, and I'm like, oh, I'm not trying to be, you know what I mean? And then like I'm trying to work on it, but I definitely don't like that aspect of myself. So it's good that we took this quiz and
You
becoming
recognize it.
aware exactly
Yeah.
of these things, because like I said, if you're not aware of it, how can you ever change it?
Exactly.
Let's see here.
Strong need for self-control and self-restraint.
Well, strong need for self-control and self-restraint, yes. Like I've cut back on, like I don't drink or smoke because I want that self-control. I don't
Facts.
want
That's exactly
anything.
what the same. I think.
I don't want anything to like mess with my state of being mentally or physically.
I need that because if I had better
So I
self-control,
don't
lose
drink
weight.
coffee.
I wish.
So I don't drink coffee. I don't drink any liquor. I don't smoke cigarettes, weed, or anything like that. Like I gotta have that self-control. You know.
Facts.
But let's see. What are some thoughts of a stickler?
Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right is right and wrong is wrong. Yeah, but I know there's gray lines for everything for that. Others too often have lax standards. I would say that for sure because I am critical of myself and others. So like I feel like if others don't hold themselves to a high standard, I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna tell
do you not care?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you
I was gonna just say I'm gonna tell you one that's definitely me.
Oh, okay.
I hate mistakes.
Yep, same.
Yeah,
I hate mistakes, but like I've said before, mistakes are like the best things that you can commit though.
Yep.
Because that's how you actually learn. You
So neither
see
one of y'all
what
could be a
you
teacher.
did wrong. Huh?
Neither one of y'all could be.
Why not?
Because kids make mistakes all the time.
Oh, I see what
all
you're
the
saying.
time.
Right,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
right.
Even when you give them the answer, which
Honestly,
is irritating.
I would get frustrated, yeah.
It's
I would get
irritating, but you
frustrated.
you can't feel like that
Yeah,
because
right.
they're gonna mess up.
No,
You know what I
that's
mean?
why I'm not a teacher, I guess. Yeah, no, can't
that's
do it.
that. Yeah.
Yep. So that's me, stickler, working on it, trying to be not so much of a perfectionist, just taking deep breaths and accepting things for how they are. You know, you can only do so much, and at the end of the day, it's probably not going to be perfect. So
It's not.
what was your number one saboteur?
Oh, we already did it. It's avoider, right?
Avoider.
I thought we did that one already.
Yeah, because I think it came up.
That came up. That was my second one.
Yeah. Do you want to add to it?
I was just gonna read my third one, but we can if we want.
Yeah, just add to.
Okay,
like,
so
do the tops like
avoider
I
for
did.
me. So just to put it out there, my top three were like within points of each other.
Yeah.
Which was avoider, pleaser, and hypervigilant, which is what I was gonna read. But they're all sixes. It's just the avoider is 6.9. The other two are 6.3. But I think Joe already said focus on a positive, pleasant, and extreme way, avoiding difficult tasks and unpleasant tasks and conflicts. As far as the characteristics, a lot of these are not me, which I think that's why it's not a 10. But has difficulty saying no is definitely me. Avoids conflicts and say yes to things one would want to do is definitely me. I don't downplay real problems at all. I think that's why hypervigilant is up there because I overemphasize them, which is what hypervigilant is. Somebody who has like constant anxiety about things going wrong a lot.
Okay.
Anyway, but definitely I'm passive aggressive. Like to
explain.
So I'd rather like kind of Joe's like I'd rather avoid the problem or just not like or kind of brush it over instead of like dealing with it in a way that might be confrontational or aggressive. I just kind of like brush it off or pass it over like whatever, like it's not a big deal, you know. So it says resist others through passive aggressive rather than directly. So a lot of times I might just make it's okay. Like even just recently I wrote a text and I was like, I don't, this is what we're going to do, but I still want to do this and I'm still happy we're friends or something. And I had to put that in there to like soften the blow. Like you ever heard a compliment sandwich before?
Compliment sandwich. I've heard of it. Can you explain?
So somebody will give you like they say to soften the blow, you do a compliment, what's wrong, and then a compliment. So it's like, you do a really good job, but you need to fix you need to fix this problem. But still, you're doing great. You know what I mean? That's definitely me. I'm the kind of person that's like gonna slide it in there, just like what you're doing wrong. But then hopefully you hear, I love you and I care about you, but this is wrong. You know what I mean? But you put it. They say you're supposed to put it in the middle between They say teachers should do that to help kids with their confidence.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Is say like you're a great student. But you need to work on your respect. But I'm happy that you're not that you're respectful and kind to others. So like, that's me. I think that's very passive aggressive.
That was just an oxymoron right there.
But I just made it up.
No,
I'm just saying
I'm
it yeah. So like, I think that's definitely very passive aggressive. But some of the thoughts we'll leave it at that, I guess. This is just too unpleasant. Maybe if I let it go, we'll take care of that's definitely me. Oh no, I'll read the feelings because he read those. Even keel, anxiety about what has been avoided or procrastinated, fear about hard-won peace of mind being interrupted. That's me. Because like you say about valuing your peace.
Right.
So fear of hard-won peace of mind being interrupted.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So like, I'll be like, I'm good right now. I'm in a good space. And if I deal with this, it's going to disrupt it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just not. You know what I mean?
I see.
Instead of saying, let me deal with it so I can have peace, like you would probably
Right.
say, I'm like, let me just not deal with it.
Because I'm
and my
already
peace
good.
will, yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
already good. So that's that.
Exactly.
So it's pressed anger and resentment rather than, that's definitely me.
Yes, now that is very terrible. You do not want to
Yes, it
suppress
is.
any anger, frustration, hold on to that.
But
man.
then
That is awful.
but then it's like you don't want to hurt people's feelings. So,
Yeah.
which is my avoider. That's why that's number
why
one.
it's number.
What's
'Cause
crazy
I'm like,
for me on that one, since I'm hyper rational, the suppressed anger happens, but immediately I rationalize it to where I'm good again.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'll just keep it. I'll just push it off and say, like, people do crappy stuff to people, but it's not going to change who I am, kind of thing. Even though my feelings might be hurt or I'm upset, and because I'm an avoider, I'm not going to say to you, "You made me upset." Even the people that are closest to me. The only person I'll say that to is Joe, and it still takes me a while sometimes. And he gets on me, "Why didn't you say this to me?" And like we'll say that, like, so this has been happening for 2 months, and you haven't said nothing. Like
Right.
you just let it go this whole time. And he was always on me about that. Like, you need to say something. Like, how am I supposed to fix it?
Yeah.
Now you're here. Or I was gonna say,
Right.
we're here.
Well, we
you
could've
could have
dealt
been
with it
down
down
here
here.
somewhere, so where all this in the middle would have never happened. You know,
Right.
you know what I'm trying to say. So we're at an 8, but we could have dealt with it at a 2, and all that wouldn't have happened in the middle. So yeah, that's it. So that was mine.
100%. I really like this quiz. I like that it tells you what your saboteurs are. And if you guys are interested, it's positiveintelligence.com. And not only can you take the quiz there, but you can also sign up. I think they have like a 6-week training, right? And you can work with, like a doctor? So the guy's a doctor. He'll work with you 6 weeks in overcoming your saboteurs to get just the overall well-being, peaceful, happiness, and things like that. So again, it's very good to know what your saboteurs are, what your flaws are, or whatever.
Exactly.
Because that's how you can actually start to
You
work
have to
on
come
them.
to terms with them and admit that you have a problem.
Yeah, I like that the quiz is
try to
like,
overcome.
this is how you're sabotaging yourself. Because a lot of times we don't think about, depending on who you are, you might not care about like how you're sabotaging yourself, but maybe others more. That's me. Like I might not care that I'm messing myself up, but maybe if I'm messing up my relationship, I care. But the truth is, you can't be good for someone else if you're not good for yourself either.
No, straight up.
Exactly.
And so it's like definitely like I knew I don't think any of us were surprised at the results because it's things that we knew. I guess you're just more surprised at the scores because you're like, really?
Yeah.
7, 8.
Mine could have been like a 12.
You're like, the highest we will go is 10, and that's all we're giving you. Okay? But yeah, like. And there's 10, just to let you guys know, there are 10 saboteurs. We obviously don't have time to read them all, but so there's some that like I didn't get any points on or barely any, and then there's some that you might get a lot. So it's just good to know that there's the highest ones, but there are some that just might sneak in there every once in a while and mess you up.
If you want to analyze those as well.
So anyway.
Right. And that's positiveintelligence.com. We got the link in the description if you want to go and check it out
And
for
it's
yourself.
free to take.
Free to take. Click saboteurs, and you should be good.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're going on to the next section.
Yes, we are.
Hey, I like this
Bring
section.
it on.
Bring it on. This is called Today I Learned. Because I believe, or
Don't
we
get
believe.
me in trouble this week.
No more bee pussy, honestly. But today I learned we love to learn every single day.
Learn something
And
new.
you should learn every single day. So go ahead, Jesse. What's the first one? Today I learned the frontal lobe is the first part of the brain to atrophy, causing difficulty in inhibiting irrelevant or inappropriate thoughts. Okay.
What does atrophy mean? Does
I'll
anybody
just
know?
look it up. I know how to say it. A reduction in size of cell, organ, or tissue after attaining its normal mature growth. So it's the first thing to get smaller, is what it's saying.
Okay.
But like if you like lose function,
That makes sense.
Okay. All
Difficulty inhibiting irrelevant or inappropriate.
thoughts.
That makes sense why old men are dirty old men.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because they can't help
Got
it.
Yeah.
Got it. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, actually.
Yeah, so
That's
inhibit,
funny.
just so you guys know, means to restrain.
Right.
You dirty
Yeah.
old fart. No.
Prevent.
Irrelevant or inappropriate thoughts. That was me last week.
So there you go. Your frontal lobe is.
I know my frontal lobe is shrinking a little bit. I mean, it's all good. Today I learned that an average of 2 amputations occur weekly at U.S. meatpacking plants. What? An average of 2 amputations
That's it?
and what? Wait, hold on.
That's
Weekly. Oh, I thought it was daily. My bad. But
that's still.
yeah, no, but still, mofos are getting their hands chopped off.
Oh, of people. I'm thinking
Yeah,
of
no,
the meat.
animals. No,
Oh my god.
people are
Oh,
cutting their own
I was
hands
gonna say
off.
that's it. What are they doing with the hooves
Right,
and stuff
like,
on the meat?
yeah,
I don't
they just-
understand.
Whole pigs, like here you go.
They're just hanging upside down for
Sorry,
a
I
whole
just read
month.
meat packing. And
I saw
thinking,
I saw this
duh.
documentary thing. No, I saw it on a website. I forgot what it was. There's this county somewhere in the Midwest, I think it was, where people were literally shooting off their foot for insurance fraud.
What?
Things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like it was like it
People
was like
have done the
How much
most
is that
ridiculous
even
stuff for
worth
insurance.
for
Though.
insurance?
Like,
I'm just like,
it's
is it
not
worth
even a
enough
lot.
to shoot off your foot?
it's not. People were getting like 6 figures. How long is that gonna last
Not-
you? The
not
highest that a dude got in that county was like 2 million. And that was the highest out of everybody.
That's not enough money to not have a foot. I'm
Like
sorry.
people, you'll see people walking down Main Street, like everybody got crutches
Oh,
or in a
no.
wheelchair. Like it was that
But I got a
bad.
mansion.
Yeah, no, you got 6 figures and whatever you do with that, like
Nah, that ain't enough.
no,
But
that's
that
not
person
enough.
would be the dumb person to spend it all in one day. And shit.
Right, if you're that dumb to shoot,
But I'm thinking now-
shoot your own damn foot
Now
off.
now you don't have a foot, but now you gotta spend all this money on all the stuff you're gonna have to
Yeah.
fix to make it to where you can function. You gotta get certain shoes and
Right.
certain type of.
Well, we only gotta get one shoe now, though.
Oh, true,
You only need one shoe.
true.
Save money on
Can
the
I
shoe.
get that? Can I get the
Can't get a
last
house
sample
with
shoe?
stairs.
Give me 2 laps, please.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. All right, what's next?
Today I learned Wayne Gretzky's stats were so far ahead of his peers that if you cut his entire number in half, he's still one of the top 20 players of all time. Dang.
That sounds like Tom Brady. Because Tom Brady played for 20 years, so he basically has enough stats to last 2 careers.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no,
Like 6
Wayne was a beast on the ice, huh?
Like 6 careers, because a lot of
Yeah.
people don't even
That's
make it
crazy.
No, well,
past
the
3
average
years.
year is like 2-3 years.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
For the NFL?
Yeah, for the NFL, it's like the average NFL career is like 2 or 3 years. But Wayne Gretzky he's a beast on the ice.
Man,
Wayne
Goodness.
Gretzky,
He'd still be one of the top, even with half of it? That's crazy.
with half of his career numbers. That's insane.
Wow.
hey, Wayne Gretzky.
Joe.
Oh, okay. Today I learned statistically, 1 out of 22 people who own a Dodge Ram have a DUI, and they are the most common vehicle involved in DUI accidents. Why?
Okay.
What?
What is it about a Dodge Ram?
I'm glad I never got a Dodge Ram. I mean, shit.
You want to D and Dodge and D and drunk. There you go.
Because they got the Ram, they think they're invincible.
They can ram
Man.
into people.
They can run into anything, you know.
I have a friend who wrecked. No, I have a friend who wrecked his Dodge Ram. He wasn't driving. His friend was driving. Told him he was sober. Was secretly drunk.
Damn.
Wrapped it around a pole.
He's 1 out of the
He's
22.
1 out of the 22.
That's crazy.
He's 1 out of the 22. He added to the stats. Damn it.
Oh
Damn.
my gosh.
Another statistic.
Well, Bakersfield's high in that statistic.
Man,
one
we're
of
the
the
drunken
drunkest
city.
cities,
The
right.
drunken city.
It's
one
not
of the
something to
drunkest
brag about.
cities.
It's number 1.
Oh, it is?
Literally, number
Yeah.
1.
Ain't nothing else to do. That's why.
Yeah, I know. Nothing else to do, so people are just getting drunk and driving around, I
Go
guess.
downtown, get drunk, and go somewhere else.
Yep. Today I learned Black Panthers are not a real species. They are jaguars and leopards who have melanism, which causes them to have black skin. It's the
Okay.
opposite effect of having albinism, which is albino.
Albino. Mm-hmm.
I call cat.
Wait, so there's no such thing as a Black Panther?
That's
So that movie was a lie? I've never
The
seen
Black
that movie.
Panther. What?
I've never seen it,
I've
but
only seen enough for you and me. I've
So
seen
they're
that
saying.
times.
So they're saying it's a mix between a jaguar and a leopard.
No, it's a thing.
No, it's either a jaguar.
Oh, it's either
Yeah,
a
it's either.
jaguar
You can't see their spots.
or a
You
leopard.
you can't see their spots
And they have
because they're all black.
Oh, that's very
What
interesting.
kind
That
of-
actually be badass if you can see like a jaguar pattern or like a leopard pattern that's like black on black. That'd be pretty tight.
Yeah. And you have like
But-
little small hint, like it's like a small lighter gray or lighter.
That's
Yeah, it makes it like
crazy.
pop out. That'd be
Yeah.
dope. That's what we're talking about. Leopard skin.
Okay, National
But that's
Geographic says
interesting.
it, so I believe
Okay.
it. You know?
National Geographic. Okay, if it's National Geographic, guys, it's official.
It says though. It says it's
Not
not.
Wikipedia, according to the source.
It says it's not its own species. It's an umbrella term that refers to any big cat with a
Okay.
black coat.
That is interesting. I
Never
thought there
knew
were
that.
really panthers that were black.
Yeah, it says it has the condition is caused by agouti gene, which regulates the distribution of black pigment within the hair shaft. And so okay.
All
well,
right.
There it is. It's actually a jaguar or leopard, ladies and gentlemen.
It's just a black person that's no, I'm just playing. Okay. All right.
Well, that was all
That's it
today.
for today, guys. I learned about Black Panthers today. I can say that for sure.
Yeah. Do we have any?
No.
Okay, awesome. So I guess we're gonna go into the next situation, which
Okay.
is my favorite topic, my favorite section, my favorite segment, which is creative of the week. So the creative of the week this week, I have something totally different for y'all because I know you guys might not like this at all, but
So we're open minded.
but we gotta be open mind group over here.
No, we are open-minded.
So this is more of a, I guess you could say, heavy metal type of band. It's called Visions of Moria. I think it's called how you say it.
I think I heard of them.
Um,
I think I seen them play. once,
their song is called Horoscopes. So if you want to put it up there, by all means, let us know if they did the damn thing down below.
And this is a local band, right?
And this is a local band, yeah. This is a local band right from here in Bakersfield. They're really dope to me. Let's see. Mics are up. Okay, cool. Well, that was Visions of Moira. I think that's how you say it.
Moira?
Moira.
Moira?
Moira.
Visions of
Moira. However you
Moira.
pronunciate that, that's that. But that song is called Horoscopes. I loved it because I love rock. I love
I think the
metal
drummer
and
did a
everything.
really good job.
The drummer was
getting
destroying
off.
the scene.
The drummer was doing it.
I was like the double
He was doing
pedal
his
and
thing.
everything.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. The singer can actually sing his ass off.
Yeah. I'm just not a fan of the screaming.
yeah,
He can actually sing. I just don't like the screaming.
Yeah, which it's not for everybody. That's for damn sure. I liked it all the way around. But you guys can tell us if they did the damn thing or not. Especially the people that are normally in the hip hop world or any
Right.
other world.
Mm-hmm.
This is
I like
something.
the instrumentation.
There you go.
You just don't like the screaming.
I don't know what he's saying. It just
Same.
sounds like.
It just sounds like screaming for you.
No offense, to you, it sounds like
No, for
like
sure.
he's gagging, like that's what it sounds like to me. So.
All right.
And
Well, what
that's
do you
just-
guys think? What is your opinion? Do you guys think they did the damn thing? Local band here in Bakersfield. Drop
Band's
the
good,
comments below. Let us know what you guys think. And with that, we're going to go ahead and sign off, guys. We definitely appreciate you guys stopping by. If you guys want to talk more about this quiz, drop the comments below. Again, positiveintelligence.com. That's in the description as well. So until next week, we're out.
Deuces.
OMG. Well, we keep going cause the party don't stop. We turn up, doing our thing, just living our lives, and we don't stop. Open mind group so you know we won't flop. We on top. Come to the party, you don't wanna miss out.